Thank you, Razy. They're adorable. They look delicious. Thank you so, so, so much for that idea. And now moving right on for some craft ideas for little ones, family members, whether it's nieces, kids, friends. It is my honor to introduce you to someone that I've worked with many times, and I love watching all her creative outlets. I actually bought the Camp Crate myself for my own children. And you can also check her out on Instagram. You could check Razy. You could check the one and only Adela Rabisky. Adela, take it away with your Hanukkah crafts.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Okay.
And I love the happy Hanukkah over there. It's great.
We're getting ready here. Hi, everyone. So I'm Adela Rabisky, and I run after school program for over 10 years in Beis Rivka. So I've been very honored to have all these experiences with these extracurricular things and very hands-on crafty things as well. 2 years ago, I started, started with COVID. We started Camp Crate, and that was to give kids an opportunity that didn't have camp, didn't have a summer program. So we kind of created a summer program for kids. And because of all of the requests that we had going afterwards, we created a new program, and we hope to continue. It's a great STEAM program, science, arts, engineering, all that stuff in a box delivered to your home. So I guess my background is kind of a lot of art, a lot of kid fun things, and especially when it comes to Hanukkah. Hanukkah is Milashon Chinuch, as Sarah already mentioned, and it's really time for us to zoom back into focusing on the chinuch of our children. And something that got me inspired to sort of do all of this, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see my tablescaping, Parsha crafts, Parsha treats, and all that stuff. And one of the things that really got me started was about 1.5 years ago. My oldest now is 8, and I have a daughter that's 8 and then a daughter that's 6. And probably about 1.5 years ago, my 8-year-old started like fetching, complaining, like, Shabbos, it's so boring, I can't do anything. And I really didn't, I kind of was like, of course, this is things you're going to hear from kids. But then I started thinking myself, like, for me, those that know me personally know that I'm workaholic. I have to like stop myself from working because I'm pretty ambitious, love to work, love to get things done, love to develop new things. And at the same time, when you're raising a family, that's not always the best thing. And especially when it came to Shabbos, I felt like something was lacking there. And when I heard it from my kids, and then I kind of did this like introspection, I realized that maybe my kids aren't finding the joy in Shabbos because maybe I'm not finding the joy in Shabbos. So I thought about it a little bit more, and I realized that I probably am not finding the joy in Shabbos because a whole week I was just so busy, like just doing, and my whole life was involved in like between work and just being a mother, doing all the mother things that you have to do on a very practical level. Shabbos was something like, I would just get it done. And like my husband would say, don't worry, like I'm fine, like, do a simple Shabbos. You don't have to like, put up a roll of gefilte fish, put up a pickled chicken, like I'm fine. I don't need anything fancy. And so sometimes like that's just what would happen. I would just put up something simple and get on with it and set the table. When my husband came home from shul, I was just like, okay, let's get the table set. And I kind of realized that myself, that Shabbos wasn't like something that I was preparing for, excited for. And I felt that as a mother, if I would be excited for Shabbos and I would be showing how I'm preparing for Shabbos, like there is a concept to prepare for Shabbos from Tuesday. And it's like a real concept. Like Shabbos is a time that we're supposed to feel like it's a holy, special time that, that the Torah tells us, like start preparing Shabbos from Tuesday, and not just like wake up Friday morning, pull something together, Friday afternoon, pull something together and come into Shabbos unprepared. Like if you work hard for Shabbos, you're going to enjoy Shabbos. So that, with all that, I realized that if I want to make Shabbos something nice for my kids, I have to start with myself. And for me, I always loved decor. I love, baking, decorating, all that stuff was like all in my enjoyment, area. So I kind of decided that if I start with that, let's see how that goes. And I wanted to sort of bring that on. And it kind of like gave me like, there was two reasons why I thought it was a really good idea. Number one, it's something that I enjoyed. And if I enjoyed it, I felt that like my family will enjoy it. And it would kind of bring in a new element of enjoying Shabbos. And if I am doing something together with my children, then it's also a really good bonding time, because we get busy, our lives are busy, and we don't always have that time to like sit down and do something with your kids. And for me, I actually do not like reading. So for me, if my kid brings me a book, I'm like, can we do something else, please? Sorry, Sarla, I know you're the writer. I do read your books, but personally, that's not my first choice activity with my kids. So I once was actually by one of these parenting lectures, and the presenter was saying that if you do something with your children that you enjoy, it will kind of make it like a way that you'll actually get to do things with your children, versus like, oh, I'll read a book soon, like you're just pushing it off. So I kind of decided, like, if I do something crafty and fun that I enjoy and bring my kids into it, and not only will I have like something nice and exciting for Shabbos for the kids, for the family, I'll enjoy it and we'll spend time doing it. So it's kind of like an all-win situation. So I started getting into it. Last whole year, I did like many weeks. Like if at some point things got busy and I, took breaks from weeks, but I did many weeks of tablescaping. And that included like just changing up like chargers and napkins, like getting some fabric napkins. I just got a collection of things, didn't spend a lot of money on it, but just like collected things, and then I kind of mixed and match. And then throughout the year, like we were also doing Parsha treats, Parsha desserts, napkin rings, some of them associated with Parsha, some were just fun and nice Shabbos, DIYs type of things that we were doing with my kids, some I just did and presented and put it on the table. And the idea was that like either Thursday night I would do the table, or Friday they'd come from school and they would feel Shabbos. So it was just a really nice experience. So that kind of went into just creating awareness of an excitement in Yiddishkeit and an excitement in the, the mitzvahs that we do, the Yom Tovim that are coming up. So I tried to bring that into every Yom Tov. So with Hanukkah specifically, what I like to do in my house, and I don't want to limit this to just like crafts right now. I wanted to sort of like bring out like the whole idea of sort of how I do Hanukkah in my house, and maybe, inspire others to just implement different things and get your kids excited about a Yom Tov, because that brings those good memories, and good memories means good memories of positive Yiddishkeit is, a key to hopefully raising future, Yiddish Chassidish kinder. So something that I do is I like to have every day, if they have school, so it'll be when they come home from school. If they don't have school, we prepare it together. But we'll have like the table set with different paper goods. Like I'll usually buy like different types of Hanukkah related paper goods, or just any paper goods, and set the table nicely. It doesn't have to be fancy, just a different color tablecloth and different paper goods or Hanukkah paper goods already sets a different atmosphere. You could be serving the same supper, but if it's on a nice plate, it just changes the atmosphere. And then we'll usually add in like either a Hanukkah craft or a food activity or a game. And that's like generally what I'll do with each day of Hanukkah. So some things that I just want to like present here, and in no specific order. So I'll start actually with the Hanukkah craft. So I forgot to mention, but when I talked about Camp Crate, I also started this year sort of like documenting things that I've been doing with my family, and I put it on a blog. So it's on our campcratesummer.com/blog, or if you go to campcratesummer.com and you click blog, you'll see it. I like post all the things that I'm doing, and I actually send out weekly emails of Parsha games. This year I'm doing Parsha games. So you can get like a free printable game to your inbox. So you could just print for your Shabbos table. And I've been getting like tons of feedback about that. And usually a Parsha food craft in there also. So actually on the website right now, on the blog, I posted like 5 of these activities. Some of these that I mentioned, 5 activities like ready for you to do for your family for Hanukkah, and there's like free printable templates on there also. So if you're interested, like I would definitely recommend you going to the blog and checking it out. You could download the printable games and you could just have fun with your family. It's like already there for you. So one of the things that is a really simple craft and very easy supplies to get is a Hanukkah themed paper mosaic. So what's really simple about this is these I literally got in Dollar Tree. They're these wooden plaques, and they also have them like in different sizes. I love Dollar Tree. I love getting these things on a budget. Like go to Dollar Tree and kind of like look, like what can I get that will like make my kids excited? That's it. Really simple. You fill up your card and it's like $20. You're like, that's great. That's it. So if you live in New York, not all the Dollar Trees are great. If you live out of state, or out of the city, you're luckier because your Dollar Trees are much nicer from my experience. So the paper mosaic, it's actually this menorah. I have a template on the blog. So you can actually just use this template, or you can create your own design. And it's all out of the plaque and some literally construction paper or any colored paper that you have at home. And you could even actually, if you don't have a plaque and you want to use like a cardboard box, you cut out a circle or you cut out a square, you could totally get creative with this because it's literally all about the kids just having a good time. And it's so simple. It doesn't have paint or things that like your babies are going to schlep or whatever. It's just glue, scissors, and paper. And you can set that up on the table when the kids come home from school one night of Hanukkah, and after supper, you can just have them do this easy craft. So, and it actually keeps them busy for quite a while, so depending on the size, but it's simple enough for supplies-wise and guest-wise, but it's nice because it keeps them busy. You can put on music and just have, a nice family time with that. So the way you do it is you print out the template or whatever design you want, and you cut that out and you glue it on with one color paper. And then you just take your construction paper and you literally like just snip, 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 snip until you get like a pile of little papers. So you got like a little pile of papers right there. And then you just glue it on like a mosaic. So you like leave little spaces, and like you see, you leave little spaces. So you spread glue all around, and then you put on the tiles like mosaics. So it just comes out really pretty. You could hang it up. You could do something maybe that's more general, not necessarily just Hanukkah. So if they want to hang it up somewhere or do any other kind of craft with it, it's just a really great activity that you could do with kids. And it works for all ages because the older children will have like nicer designs. The younger children will be more like, bigger chunks, and they'll do their own way. But that's totally fine. Like whatever works for your family is great. The second thing that I'm going to show you is just a little fun activity we're going to do one night. And that is, we have, okay, so again, it's on the blog and they're printable. It's a printable PDF. What it has is these little jugs, and it's printed. I printed it on neon paper. So you're going to need it. I actually have the links on Amazon. You can buy the neon paper, and you buy a black light. And the black light, we'll show you 1 second. Okay, so black light makes your things glow, like neon glow. So what's really fun is I ordered a bunch of these for all my kids. Thanks. I ordered these for my kids, and we're going to spread all of these like around their whole dining room, living room. And it's kind of going to be like a hunt to find. We're going to find the pure jug. There's one pure jug here. Let's find it. Yep. That has the seal of the Kohen Gadol. So they're all going to, kind of race to find it. And whoever also gets the most will also get, be the winner. So that's just like another fun activity that you can do. These black lights are really fun. You can actually also get a black light that you can set up in your room if you want to do like a Hanukkah dance party, and you go do like glow sticks, and it could be like really lebedeck in your house if you want, with a whole kind of theme of the black light. So that's really fun activity. They have these these glow sticks that are like you put on yourself like a stick figure, and then when you turn off the lights, everybody looks like a stick figure. They're very, very cute. That's another idea if you want to go that route. Another idea is what I like to do is have like a cookie cutter, like Razy had before. We're in the dreidel theme, of course, and cookie cutters that are Hanukkah shaped. You could do so many things with them. I have a Linzer cookie recipe on the website, and they are so good, and the kids can make them, and it's a full activity for them to make the cookie and then fill it with the jam and all that stuff. That's really good to try. I made a donut recipe, just a donut batch, and I cut them out with these dreidel cookie cutters. And we're gonna have a donut bar. When I actually made these and I froze them in advance, and what I'm gonna do is I'll warm them up like the day that we're gonna use them, and we will we'll have like, I'll set up the frosting and sprinkles, and it'll just be fun. You could also actually have your kids make donuts. Like my kids are a little too young to actually make the donuts, so for me it's easier to just have them ready for them to decorate and do that. So that's another activity. The last thing I want to show you is, give me a second. Okay, so this one's a little bit more complicated, but I just found this really cute idea and I really wanted to do it for my kids. So ours is actually ready. Like I made them in advance, but I think it's not a hot cocoa dreidel, it's a dreidel smash bomb. And what that is you basically have a little dreidel mold, and we're going to fill this up with some surprises. So I actually I took money, so I took gelt and I folded it up. And again, the whole step-by-step tutorial is actually, it's all on the blog. So like you could actually, go on it and check it all out, and you'll have like ready-made Hanukkah ideas for your family. But I put it into this little tiny Ziploc bag so that it's like clean. And someone actually messaged me on Instagram about this because I posted this, and she asked me, she's like, are you actually going to eat that candy because it's like, I don't know, like germophobic? So I was like, it's actually in a bag if you read the blog post. So yes, it's in a bag. We're not putting money in chocolate. So we put the money in the chocolate, and then actually I filled it up first with candy. And so we have our candy. We put our Hanukkah gelt in there, and you can have, play with this. You can give everybody the same amount. You could give different amounts to different kids, whatever it is. You can make it a game, and then this is the winner of the game gets this. But I already made this chocolate part, and you literally, I'm not going to do the whole melting chocolate right now, but you just melt the chocolate, and you can then, we'll pretend it's all together, and you have this cute little chocolate dreidel situation. And then when you're ready to serve it, you have each person have a dreidel, and then when they can hit it with a spoon or something, and it kind of all pops open, you have the candy fall out, and you have your chocolate gelt. So I just thought that was a very cute thing. My kids saw the dreidels and they're like, oh, Ma, are we having hot cocoa bombs? I'm like, no, it's a surprise. I left them in the closet for Hanukkah, and they will definitely be very surprised when the money falls out. They don't know that part. So yeah, those are some ideas that I had for Hanukkah. And again, I think the main part of it is that it's not necessarily about what you do and how complicated you get, because again, some of these things are complicated. Like, to be honest, these chocolate ones are not so simple. The chocolate molds you have to get them right. You have to get the walls of the chocolate thick enough, and it takes time to do it. Like, it took me time to do it. So I'm not going to recommend the first time bakers try this. It's not the first experiment I would go with, but the games, the simple crafts, going to the dollar store, seeing what you can pull up, what you could connect, the donuts, just taking literally making sure you have a cookie cutter, and you can go and like do anything with a cookie cutter. You can make different recipes, ice cream, cut out, you could do cookies, you could do, you know, so many things with a cookie cutter. But if you just get those like basic things from your, you know, from, let's say your, you know, your local Judea store or Amazon or whatever, then you have these things in your house to easily pull up. So I hope that, you know, some of that was helpful and insightful. I just want to say, because I did get this from some people, they're like, oh my gosh, it's so overwhelming. Like, you know, tablescaping and do, like, I don't have time. I don't have the creativity. I don't have any of that. And I say, like, this is totally not for everyone, as far as like going a little bit like crazy. Like, it happens to me that I enjoy this. If you enjoy something else, do that. Like, do the things that you enjoy with your children, because that will like really have an impact on them. Do I see some questions? I'm a little far from the computer. Oh, did you use a regular flashlight? No, it's not a regular flashlight. This is a black light. So if you Google it or Amazon, you know, search it, you'll find it. It's a black light flashlight. And also I created a link. Like, if you go on my blog and you click the link, you'll actually just get straight to Amazon. You can order them. I ordered like 10 for like $19.99, but they had less, like, they weren't expensive at all. Let me just check 1 second if there's more questions. So the blog website, should I put it in the chat?
Sure. Yeah. Thank you, Ada.
camcreatesummer.com. You can either get to the blog by clicking the blog or typing /blog. I just put that in there. Okay, website. Okay. Yeah, so again, I really encourage everyone to just try to make Hanukkah just a little bit more exciting for the kids, because again, like, these things are so important these days for Yiddishkeit to be like exciting and enjoyable. And these are the memories that kids create today that last them the lifetime. So as busy as we are, like we just had Yitzhak Kislev, and I literally had like back-to-back meetings and things, and I like didn't come home till late, like on Tuesday. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I didn't prepare anything for Yitzhak Kislev. I quickly like ran to my cabinet. I was like, what could I do? Like, I have tablescaping things. I quickly pulled out a tablecloth, pulled out the napkins, pulled out plates, like that I was able to do. And then I'm like, I need a food craft. So what can I do? And I quickly like went to my cabinet and I looked and I was like, oh, I have tea biscuits. I have like pull apart like, what are they called? Like sour belts. And I was like, oh, great, edible Tanya. And the kids came home. They thought I like prepared for hours about it. Like, sometimes it's not about like how long we prepare, but just about like a little bit of like that creative like energy. You get into your stuff that you already have and just see what you can do to create those like fun experiences for your kids. So have a Freilich Hanukkah, and I hope you all enjoy. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Razy and Adla. Such great ideas. We did record this so we could share it. And we're so proud, and, you know, to have fellow alumni that are really giving us such wonderful ideas to make Hanukkah meaningful, exciting, and in such a practical, like, not complicating way. So thank you so much, Adla. Thank you everyone for joining. And we look forward to more alumni events from Beis Rivka. Have a freilichen Hanukkah.